Right now at 10, an early morning head count. Nonprofit volunteers are gathering data on the number of unsheltered people living in La Crosse. And cities across the country are bracing for protests. The body cam footage of the death of a Memphis man will be released tomorrow. Plus, bringing an appetite for community support. The first look.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everybody, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Local nonprofit organizations are uniting to collect crucial data on the unhoused population in La Crosse County. Volunteers met at 4 this morning to do the point-in-time count. Multiple teams of volunteers walked through downtown La Crosse to get a head count of each unsheltered person they see. And if given the chance, they give those individuals information about local resources and local shelter availabilities. These point-in-time accounts, organizers say, are another way to support the unsheltered community, but it is nearly impossible to get an accurate head count.
Us nonprofits and agencies, we're working with people and we're doing great work for people that want housing, but we kind of don't always know the scope of what's going on in the community and how many people are truly living unsheltered.
Volunteers counted 36 unsheltered people this morning. A new survey asks Wisconsinites what the state's Department of Health Services should do with $8 million in opioid settlement funds. DHS is asking where you think that money should go to for harm reduction associated with opioid addiction. The department will use the feedback to decide which existing and new projects to support. That survey available now through February 17th. It is in both English and Spanish. We'll have a link on our website, news8000.com. Well, you might have noticed we've got a little bit of a new backdrop. Our new set is finally complete, and so we've got a little bit more unity than the last couple of months doing double boxes. Bill used to be down the hall from me. Of course, I was in the newsroom. So now with our new set all in place, we turn to Bill Grawl for a quick check of our forecast.
A lot of space, too. It's kind of nice, isn't it?
Good.
Hey, a little bit colder today. Another little dusting of snow overnight and into this morning. And it did cause some slick travel on the roads in terms of about an inch or so in many spots. Now, highs today were a bit colder, 27 degrees in La Crosse, 23 in Eau Claire. Some teens off to the west, 17 in Rochester, 18 in Preston. Skies are currently clear to partly cloudy, but we've got another clipper system that's going to race in very similar to last night's with some periods of light snow after midnight and into the day on Friday, especially Friday morning, and quite a bit of wind with this one as well. Now, currently 9 degrees in La Crosse, Sparta, 8 in Eau Claire, 10 in Winona, so we're bottoming out right now, and then temperatures will start to rise as the clouds increase and that light snow develops after midnight, turning breezy as well. And our schoolcast for tomorrow shows light snow showers and breezy in the morning, 30 degrees by lunchtime with tapering snow. And then afternoon temps start to drop around 26 degrees. I'll let you know how much snow to expect from this latest clipper, and also we'll talk about that colder air heading our way for the weekend. That's all coming up.
All right. Thanks very much, Bill. Back on the news side of things, cities around the country are preparing for protests tomorrow night. That is when officials in Memphis, Tennessee are planning to release the police body cam footage showing the death of Tyree Nichols. Nichelle Medina has the details on the charges filed against the officers.
5 fired Memphis police officers are now facing second-degree murder and other charges for the death of Tyree Nichols.
While each of the 5 individuals played a different role in the incident in question, the actions of all of them resulted in the death of Tyree Nichols, and they are all responsible.
Nichols died on January 10th, 3 days after he was pulled over near his home, allegedly for reckless driving.
At Ross and Castlegate Lane, he's fighting at this time.
Body cam footage and video from a fixed camera on a pole are expected to be released Friday evening. Those who have seen the video say it shows the officers viciously beating the 29-year-old father for 3 minutes.
This was wrong. This was criminal.
The officers were part of the police department's specialized Scorpion unit that focuses on violent crime. Attorneys for 2 of them spoke after charges were filed.
No one is guilty until a jury says they're guilty.
Memphis and other cities around the country are preparing for protests. The Nichols family wants them to stay peaceful.
The world is watching us, and we need to show the world what lessons we can learn.
Nichols loves skateboarding. His family attended a vigil at a Memphis skate park Thursday night.
We don't have to grieve alone, that we don't have to be enraged alone.
The Shelby County District Attorney says his team worked quickly to expedite the case because of its extraordinary nature. Nichelle Medina, CBS News.
Nichols' funeral will be next week. President Biden, in the meantime, releasing a statement calling for peaceful protests and said Congress should pass the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. Police in the town of Campbell still need help trying to find a missing teenager. JAYDEN HALVERSON ran away from her home on Sunday afternoon. She is 15 years old and around 5'6". She has a piercing on her eyebrow and 2 piercings on her nose. She also has tattoos on her knuckles. When she ran away, she had red hair. She might be wearing a black puffy winter jacket. If you have any information on JAYDEN, be sure to call the Campbell Police Department. And La Crosse police are still looking for a missing woman. Jennifer Peterson has not been heard from since the end of September. She was living in La Crosse at the time, but mentioned relocating. She has a history of living in several different counties in Wisconsin and throughout the country. Her family is concerned for her safety. So if you have any information on Peterson, call the La Crosse Police Department or contact investigator Dominic Jacobs at the number on your screen. La Crosse Center leaders are kicking off their search for a management company to help run the venue. The center's board approved a request for proposals this week. They're exploring the option of having an outside company help book concerts and events in the building or act as a supervisor for some of the building's departments.
There would be more of a hybrid situation, that some of the services would remain with center employees, with management from the La Crosse Center people who are there now, but there may be specific services that we think that a third party could do.
The center's board has been exploring management options since longtime director Art Fay retired last year. They hope to get bids this spring and present options to the board and city committees and councils this summer. Smith says they don't plan on laying off any existing employees if a management company does partner with the La Crosse Center. Coming up after the break, the FDA is considering simplifying the immunization process. An advisory board recommending a change to COVID vaccine formulas. And a good first step in finding answers to SIDS. A study reveals there may be a genetic connection between families who lose their children to sudden infant death syndrome.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months on Ford Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
At Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, we take pride in offering furniture made in North America with exceptional quality, award-winning designs, and lasting value. Made in America means craftsmanship, means quality, means value, and it means jobs. At Drury's, you'll find only the finest brands like Canal Dover, Daniels Amish, and Cannondale. Solid wood, solid values. Plus, there's Flex Steel, Lazy Boy, Smith Brothers, and Southern Motion, all proudly made in America. They're all on sale now during the Made in America sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
You've got a Plus service for movies, plus a few Plus services for your favorite TV shows, plus a few extra. Plus, all those pluses add up. I guess that's why there's so many. How about a Plus service that's free, plus gives you local news, plus weather, plus sports, plus a little extra? News 8000 Plus, the Plus service that's everything local. Plus, it's free. Plus, it's easy to find on any of these. Plus this.
Getting a COVID vaccine might be a lot more simple in the future. An FDA advisory panel voted today to transition to a single vaccine composition rather than having different versions for everyone's boosters. The panel also discussed whether people should get a yearly shot, kind of similar to getting a flu shot, but they did not vote to approve that recommendation. Experts say there's more to be studied about whether some groups, like adults with weakened immune systems or young children, should have more than one vaccine a year. They also say it's not clear that young, healthy people need a booster every year. Sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS, is still a medical mystery, but researchers are getting closer to having some answers. SIDS is defined as the unexplained death of a seemingly healthy baby under a year old. And a new study suggests genetics may play a role. Over the course of 39 years, researchers discovered that siblings of babies who died of SIDS had a higher risk of dying suddenly as well. That's compared to the general population. A Mayo Clinic genetic counselor says this study is a good first step in finding answers and prevention.
It's a great basis for follow-up studies to then look at, what are maybe some environmental or genetic factors shared by these families to try and pinpoint if there's a specific genetic component that we can identify and then maybe test.
Now, for now, there's no guaranteed way to prevent SIDS from happening, but you can make sure your baby is sleeping safely. Experts recommend making sure your baby is sleeping on their back, keep the crib as bare as possible, don't overheat the baby with extra blankets, and don't cover their head. You can sleep in the same room as your baby, but not in the same bed. And experts also recommend having your child vaccinated. More volunteers are needed to help hospice patients at Gunderson Health System. Numbers of helpers have dwindled during the pandemic, and the system is trying to build back a team of people willing to help those in end-of-life care. Medicare requires the hospice department to log at least 66 volunteer hours each week. Those volunteers help out by being a companion to the patient, playing games, listening to stories, or doing some light housekeeping. Volunteers are also helping the patient's primary caregivers since they're with the patient 24/7.
That can be pretty exhausting and overwhelming for their family. So sometimes a volunteer might just come over to spend some time with someone so that their wife can go grocery shopping or do whatever else needs to be done outside the house.
Volunteers have to be at least 18 years old to apply, and those accepted will go through a training session. There's an application form on Gunderson's website. We'll link to it on news8000.com. Coming up after the break, the Biden administration's plan to give relief to those dealing with high rent spikes, plus the robot that can write for you. But is it smart enough to write at the highest of levels?
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grawl. We've got some colder temperatures on the way. Another round of snow late tonight, tomorrow morning as well. All the details after the break.
Right now at Ashley, discover the luxury of a good night's sleep without the luxury price tag on some of our top mattress brands, including our Ashley Sleep line. Hurry into America's #1 furniture and mattress store or visit ashley.com for better sleep and savings. Only at Ashley.
Cedar Creek now offers Trackman golf simulators. So real, you'll think you're there. Trackman uses Doppler radar to improve your game shot after shot and lower your score. Golf, some of the most iconic courses in the world. Sign up today. Winter leagues start in January. Tee times booked online only. The season continues.
Are you an experienced carpenter, window and door installer, flooring or tile installer, considering a new opportunity in the year ahead? The Board Store is the area's premier home improvement contractor, serving the community from the same location for over 33 years. Continued growth opens new opportunities, good pay, good benefits and respect, no weekends or overnight travel. Begin a new career where skill matters and character is valued. Apply online or at the Board Store Home Improvements, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months on Ford Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
I've practiced personal injury law for 4 years.
For 20 years.
For 32 years.
But I won't write your will.
I don't write contracts.
And I don't handle divorces.
The law profession is broad and complex. I focus my career on one thing.
Helping injured people.
All I do every day
is help injured people get the compensation that they deserve.
At Bygoff and Rohde, that's how we get results.
At Ashley's Overstock Sale, you'll find everything you need to brighten up your home this new year. Plus, get special financing for 12 months. Visit your local Ashley store in Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska. And be sure to check out the Ashley outlet in Arcadia.
Feels good to be home.
Your entry door is the first thing people see when they come to visit. Make it inviting. Call the Board Store Home Improvements today for a prompt free estimate. 782-8877.
More than a third of Americans rent their homes, but they're increasingly more subject to high rent spikes. The Biden administration wants to step in. A multi-federal agency approach will propose giving a 30-day rent payment grace period to people living at rental assistance properties in public housing. If rent still isn't paid after those 30 days, the leases would end. Other agencies will focus on background check methods and credit report accuracy. BuzzFeed's stock is soaring after saying it's going to use artificial intelligence to create content. The company plans to work with ChatGPT, the creator of OpenAI, to build quizzes and help with brainstorming, but it won't be used to write news stories. Now, some media industry leaders say AI will revolutionize the content creation business, and the Associated Press even started using AI to automate news stories nearly a decade ago. So the question is, just how good is this AI? Well, apparently good enough to graduate college. University of Minnesota professors say ChatGPT was able to pass graduate-level law exams in 4 courses there. However, it only averaged a C+ grade. Now, over at the Ivy League school Penn, it earned a B to B- in a business management course. And one professor at Penn says it was great at answering basic questions, but it also messed up very simple math tasks. So I think it sounds, Bill, that our jobs are at least safe for now.
Yeah, that's some interesting technology for sure.
Yeah.
It almost makes me afraid we're just contributing to the laziness of society even more. But
yeah.
I'm just the weather guy.
That's
so
right.
What do I know? All right, let's head outside through CityCam, where skies are still clear to partly cloudy, but we do have another round of snow heading our way. 27 was the high today, 9 the low, and that's actually our current temperature. 27 and 10 the averages for today, so pretty much spot on. In both the high and the low category there. 54 and 25 below the records for today. And again, about anywhere from a ½ inch to 1.5 inches of snow with the round of snow last night and early this morning. We're right around 9 or 10 degrees out at the La Crosse Airport, 11 here at the station downtown. Wind starting to pick up, and that's producing a wind chill of 5 below. 8 degrees for you folks in Eau Claire. Your wind chill also at 5 degrees below zero. So a little pool of cold air followed that snow system last night and this morning, but then we're getting those south winds starting to crank up. So temperatures are about as cold as they're going to get tonight right now, single digits to lower teens, and then they'll start to creep up as those southerly winds start to increase as well. Of course, the trade-off, wind chill factors in the single digits generally below zero right now, but those numbers also will start to come up overnight. Clouds increase. That's one reason the temperatures will stop their drop. Now we have another band of snow that's heading our way, approaching the Twin Cities, as another clipper system is going to zip southeast across the area, bring that chance of snow after midnight and through about lunchtime or so tomorrow. So timing it out on Sky Tracker shows about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, the snow starts to enter our far western and northwestern communities. And then tomorrow, a little concerned about the drive time because we're going to see light snow, but also some gusty winds, and that could cause some blowing snow, especially in the open areas and the ridge tops. So just keep that in mind for your morning commute. You definitely probably want to allow some extra time and take it easy. But already by lunchtime, most of the snow is out of here. That's pretty typical with these clipper systems. They move through very quickly. They crank up the winds, and they also usher in some colder air. And this one's going to do all 3 of those components. Then Saturday, another system slides by just to our south, but a chance of snow, generally the I-90 corridor and south. And we might see some light accumulations from that as well. And then it moves out by Saturday night. Snow tracker for tonight's snow and into tomorrow, similar to last night, ½ inch to maybe around 1 inch, maybe a few isolated spots above that. But again, not a lot of snow, but it doesn't take much to really slicken up those roads as we saw this morning. Highs tomorrow, a little bit warmer than today by about 5 degrees or so, 32 here in La Crosse. Upper 20s to low 30s down to the south. As we head back to the north, upper 20s to near 30 degrees will be common, including right around 27 or 28 for Eau Claire, Fall Creek, and Chippewa Falls. So for tonight, clouds increase. That snow develops after midnight, probably after about 2 or 3 o'clock here in La Crosse. That low of 9 where we sit right now, but temperatures rise overnight. I'm going to call tomorrow an alert morning, if you will, due to that chance of snow and breezy conditions for the morning commute. Decreasing clouds in the afternoon, highs right around freezing, and then colder for the weekend. That chance of snow on Saturday, especially south. Otherwise cold all the way into next week with single digits and teens for highs and overnight lows in the single digits below zero. So we're kind of due for this colder weather as it's been a rather mild month of January. So I think we're going to kind of do some balancing things out here.
That sounds like it. All right. Thanks very much, Bill. Coming up next in sports, some big conference matchups on the hardwood. A couple of MVC rivals going head-to-head at Holman. Rob's got the highlights next.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. Whether you need routine care or specialty care, Mayo Clinic Health System offers the best options for care where and when you and your family needs it.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Hey, do you want to join our rewards program? Collect hot dog points to unlock access to our VIP lounge.
That doesn't seem very
rewarding. With the BMO Savings Builder account, you get a cash reward for every month you save.
Wait, so you're going to reward me for saving my own money?
You got it. A little incentive to help you get into the habit of saving.
That sounds great, but do you have VIPs?
Yeah, absolutely. We call them customers.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect.
And he was a kid, 4 years old, he had lats. The only way you get lats is from doing prison time and doing pull-ups. He was a bad little kid. He was so evil, his first baby tooth, it came in chipped. Walking around the neighborhood smoking his mama's cigarettes.
Get ready for the comedy of Marlon Wayans, the Microphone Fiend Tour. Saturday, February 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming, Black River Falls, Wisconsin, with special guest DC Irvin. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster. Don't miss Marlon Wayans live.
We all know how weather goes around here. So why not take the First Warn team with you? Stay weather aware with hourly temps and conditions, video forecasts, and interactive radar. And the best part? It's easy to use. Here, try it. News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
It's getting intense on the hardwood as we close out the month of January. Conference rivals going at it multiple times a week. Tonight we'll start with the big battle in the MBC. Conference clash at Holman High School. Vikings looking to take down rival Aquinas. Holman up 18 at the break and pouring it on in the second half. Drew Tengblad putting in 2 of his team high 17. Vikings go up 20. Then check out this crossover dribble. Tobias Newman straight to the cup, left-handed lay-in is good. 7-0 run to open the half for Holman. Blue Golds go on a run of their own. Off the steal, Jonathan Skemp racing to the hole for 2. 7 straight for Aquinas, but the Tengblad twins just too tough down low. That's brother Reed dropping in 2. Vikings up 21. And then it's Peyton Seacamp heating up from downtown. The junior knocking down back-to-back threes. He'd finished with 15 points on the night. Holman makes it look easy at home as the Vikings roll past Aquinas 71-42. Cooley Conference foes clashing at GET tonight. Norseman in the house taking on the Red Hawks. The home team picking up right where it left off Monday night. Brayden Anabaz putting in the first 8 points of the night for GET. Then it was Cody Schmitz from downtown. He is going to bury the 3 right here. 13-point lead for the Red Hawks, and they kept pouring it on. Look at this pass. Red Hawks open the night on a 21-0 run. Westby finally gets on the board here. Beautiful ball movement. Nice move down low by Quinn Bergdahl. But the Red Hawks on a mission as of late. They continued that tonight. Later in the half, Schmitz in the lane. Count it, +1. GET cruises past Westby 67-34. The top boys team in the Dairyland Conference Small, Alma Pepin on the road facing the top team in the Dairyland Large. Melrose Mindoro pick action up in the second half. Quick passing sets up the Eagles. Keegan Steele down low for the short jumper. Alma Pepin trails. Later, Melman's Ty Zeman hands off to Dominic McRoberts. The senior wastes no time knocking down the 3. Mustangs up 18. More from the Mustangs. Corbin Lockington saw that spot from outside the arc. He said, why not give it a try? The junior's good from 3. Mustangs roll 55-34. The Bangor girls are tied for the Scenic Bluffs lead with a tough test as they hosted Hillsboro. Early first half, Hillsboro's Lily Von Falkenstein sends the ball on a trip around the rim. Doesn't fall, but Violet Moran is there for the putback. Later on, Bangor looking to keep pace. Bangor's Gabby Schroeder can't connect, but teammate Joran fights for the rebound, collects 2 from down low as the game stays close, but the Cardinals pull away. They get the win 41-32. Well, it's no secret that the Aquinas girls basketball team has been the class of the MVC so far this year, but there's another squad in the conference that's playing some really good basketball at a crucial part of the season. And for the Vikings, the effort they're putting into practice is truly paying off come game time. The Holman girls back on the practice floor Thursday as the Vikings gear up for another tough challenge against top-ranked MVC rival Aquinas on Friday. Since falling to the Blue Goals back in December, the Vikings have flipped a switch. They haven't lost a conference game since. Holman going 4-0 in MVC play over that span. The Vikings have won 8 of their last 9. They're 6-2 in conference play. And this team is playing with a lot of confidence. I spoke to Coach Johnson and the girl team Thursday. They say they're looking forward to another chance against one of their biggest rivals.
We feel like we're peaking at the right time, winning a lot of games. It's getting close to tournament time. We're in second in the league, a place we haven't been in the last few years. So we're feeling good about how we're playing, and and we respect the opportunity we have tomorrow night with Aquinas.
We know Aquinas is a good, strong team, and we respect that. But like I said, we just need to play hard, give it our all, and focus on Holman basketball, play our game, good passes, good shots, and staying low in defense and giving it our best.
We've been running, going up and down the court fast, shooting, practice shooting, ball handling, all the little things that we need to do in a game that will help us do better as a team.
Should be a fun one Friday night. Vikings Blue Goals round 2, this time from Aquinas High School. I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be fun.
Good night to be a Holman Viking fan as well.
Sure is. What a night.
Yeah.
I love this setup here.
I know.
This is beautiful.
There we go. We can do a lot of cool stuff.
Pretty good too.
Thanks, Rob. More news after this.
It's time for the King Furniture 72-hour sale. So for 72 hours, everything in our store is going to be on sale. Incredible markdowns throughout our entire showroom. It's the King Furniture 72-hour sale. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Well-qualified buyers get 2.99% financing on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups or get $1,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
It starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. Clearview Cabinetry is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update, you can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Because it's not just a kitchen, it's the center of your universe. Clearview Cabinetry, available exclusively at Menards.
There's no telling what the next Wisconsin Lottery scratch game will bring. It's Scratch of the Day. This $3 game really shakes things up. If your shake matches the shake needed for that same day, you could win up to $30,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
So I just started this new trapeze class and...
Whoa, the new iPhone is here.
I know, right? The ultimate iPhone. US Cellular paid for mine and I was already a customer.
The new iPhone is here.
Right, and you'd be smart to get it at US Cellular. They have price protection, so you know your rate won't go up.
Now, new and current customers can get the amazing iPhone 14 Pro or any iPhone on us.
Okay, I'll just wait here and watch your donut.
At US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
It's time for the King Furniture 72-hour sale. So for 72 hours, everything in our store is going to be on sale. Incredible markdowns throughout our entire showroom. It's the King Furniture 72-hour sale. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only.
NASA says an asteroid will have an uncomfortably close encounter with the Earth tonight, flying by just 2,000 miles above the planet's surface. Bradley Blackburn explains.
The asteroid named 2023 BU is about the size of a moving truck, and it is moving rapidly near Earth at about 6 miles a second. It was discovered by an amateur astronomer just last Saturday. NASA is confident it will miss the planet, but come closer than almost any near-Earth object ever recorded.
We think things like this happen every year or so, but that's just an argument based on the numbers. We haven't actually seen one pass this close, so this shows that we are getting very good at finding these things.
NASA says the asteroid will pass near South America Thursday at 7:27 p.m. Eastern Time. At that point, it will be 2,200 miles above Earth's surface. That is 10 times closer than communication satellites and 100 times closer than the moon. There have, of course, been direct hits in the past. In 2013, this asteroid exploded over Russia, damaging thousands of buildings. Even if this asteroid made impact, NASA says it wouldn't pose a risk to people. A truck-sized asteroid would burn up in the atmosphere, but they are always watching the sky for bigger threats. Last year, NASA sent the DART spacecraft to crash land into an asteroid, capturing these images. But bigger picture, they tested whether humans can push a dangerous object off course to protect the planet.
It comes down to the amount of warning time we have, whether an actual threat could be handled by something like DART or some other technique.
NASA says there is no known threat to Earth for at least the next 100 years. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Closer to home now, the museum for one of the Coulee region's most iconic people is asking for the public's help in adding to its collection. The Deke Slayton Museum needs $4,000 to buy a Formula One airplane racing jacket that Slayton wore after his career with NASA. The museum's executive director says a private owner in Houston, Texas currently owns that jacket you see there. Now, they connected back in November and have been negotiating down the price ever since, but the current owner agrees the jacket would be better off displayed in Slayton's hometown.
I feel like it would be a perfect complement to having his airplane here. And we don't want to see his jacket being in another private collection where no one can see it.
Young says almost everything currently in the museum was donated, so actually buying an artifact is a new experience. Anyone interested can donate through the museum's Facebook page. She says there's no processing fee, so every cent donated goes straight to this effort. Right now, the museum has raised over $1,700. And we now know who is headlining this year's Country Boom Music Festival. On Thursday, a blast from the past. Jody Messina will be on stage along with Wisconsin favorites, the Pat Waters Band and Blue Collar 40. On Friday, catch Kip Moore, Dylan Scott, Warren Zeters, and Megan Maroney. And on Saturday, Dustin Lynch, Chris Cagle, Larry Fleet, and Jackson Dean take the stage. Country Boom comes to town July 13th through the 15th this year at Maple Grove venues. We'll be right back.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
Dad always said I was special, that I would do something big someday. But for a while, we were just worried about getting to tomorrow. At UW Health, we found the team that made it their mission. Not just to get me through the day, but to give me a new life and a new kidney. Now, my future is infinite. UW Health. Remarkable.
Football, hunting, or holiday season, moving, remodeling, whatever the reason, it's time to shop at Black River Furniture Outlet. For sofas, recliners, sectionals, and lift chairs. Great deals on dining room and bed sets, coffee table sets and entertainment centers. Accessorize your home with the area's largest selection of rugs. Or lay back and try out a mattress and adjustable bed. Take home or deliver today. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
102.7 WKBH.
Hey, it's Kelly Wild from Magnum Media, and I've been getting inklings. My wife Susie telling me that 102.7 WKBH is on all over the place. Well, now the results are in, and thank you very much. Out of all the radio stations in La Crosse County, you made 102.7 WKBH number one.
Get fresh whole chicken for just 99 cents a pound during Hy-Vee's 99-cent sale this Friday through Sunday. Get products for just 99 cents, like a 12-pack of Marichon ramen noodles, Hy-Vee potato chips, Lunchables, P3, and Hy-Vee cereal for just 99 cents each. Plus, get Honeycrisp apples for just 99 cents a pound, while supplies last. Don't miss Hy-Vee's 99-cent sale this Friday through Sunday.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Shopko Optical welcomes more insurance plans than ever. Call to book an exam and verify coverage.
Again, snow develops late tonight through about lunchtime tomorrow. Lows around 11 degrees. Watch those roads in the morning. They could be slick, breezy with some blowing snow in spots as well. Highs tomorrow around 32.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 10. Hope you enjoyed the new set. We're here to stay.